Hi everyone, in today's video I will show you how to use trap for legacy error handling in PowerShell. So in this video you will learn how to use trap, a legacy error handling mechanism in PowerShell. Although modern scripts prefer the normal try-catch block, trap is still relevant, for example, for older scripts, for quick global error handling, and for scenarios where execution should continue after errors. And now I will show you the trap basic usage that you can do in PowerShell. We'll create a function first of all. So function, and with the name, for example, test, trap, and basic, like this. Yes, it is fine. And now we will do the trap block. Inside of this trap block, we will catch the error. So we will just do text error code like this. And now we have to create a variable that will print this error. So we will do something like this. So exception, and with the dot message. What we are doing, we can close that. We are basically printing the text, and now when we have the error, we are passing this error here, and we are printing exception message from this error. And we have to do something to provide this error. So we have to do, for example, I will do Get-Item with the file that does not exist in my folder. So Get-Item missing file, and with the option ErrorAction and stop, like this. And we will add one more line, because this is pretty important in that trap case. And we can press enter. Now we can call this function, and like this. So we have three important things. First of all, we are printing this trap block from there. So error code cannot find path, and because it does not exist, this is this part of the code. So it catches terminating errors, and now we are printing the normal error, and we are printing this line from there. So it means that the execution continues after trap block. And how trap works? It is defined at the scope level for a function or a script. It activates when an error occurs, and it handles the error before PowerShell stops execution. And we can use multiple errors. So let's do something like this. Function and test and multiple errors, like this. And now we can use the trap like this, and again we will print code, and we will do the same thing. So we will print the exception, and message, like this. But in that case we will use also continue, and we will do something like this. We'll throw first error, and we will throw second error, and we will see what will happen. So I will call that function. As you can see, we are printing code first error and code second error. So what does it mean? This continue thing, basically continue comment, allows script to be proceed, and this is why trap handles each error. So we are doing first error, we are passing in this error here, we are printing first error with the code word, we are doing continue, and we are passing the second error. So this is why it is working. We can of course with the if we can use continue, we can of course use the break, and we can of course use the return. So let's do something like this. Again, I will do the function and test, for example, trap and flow. And now we will do the trap block, and we will do, for example, handled and error. We will do the continue, and we can close that. And now we will throw error occurred, and we will print still running. What will happen? Test and trap and flow. What we are doing? First of all, we are printing this error. Why? Because we are throwing error here. Then the traps activates, and we are printing handle error. And because the execution continues after the trap block, we are printing the still running line. And what are the options? So behavior options: continue, resume execution after error. So this is why it works. We can use break in order to stop execution, and we can use return in order to exit function. I will show you what will happen if we will not use this continue. So function, for example, test and trap and flow 2. We will do trap, and we will do handled error, but without the continue. And now we will throw error occurred, and I will print still running. Probably you can guess, because I said that continue resume execution after error. So if continue resume execution after error and we don't have that continue, that basically means that we'll just print I mean, not just print, but we'll print handled error. We'll print this. Why? Because we don't have the continue that will resume the execution after the error, and we'll print the still running thing because, as I said, trap block trap blocks continues after. Execution continues after trap block every time. So this is how it works. When to use trap? Trap is useful for maintaining legacy scripts, for quick global error handler, and scenarios where execution should continue after the error. So as you can see, in that case, even after the error occurred, we are still printing still running. So this is how it works, and this is how you can use trap block in PowerShell. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.